zinashtukanga haraka sana. So hadi sasa hii nikiweza amua nifunge ile gunia, utaona zote zimeshtuka. So hiyo inaweza fanya zipate heart attack rahisi sana.
Okay. One gives you 1,200 times 6. That is if you feed them properly and they're healthy. So in most cases here you'll invest much on food because these ones don't sleep, it's just eating and eating and eating. Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Washeragi Konyo. They say that agriculture is the backbone of our country. Today we are going to look at poultry farming. Remember that poultry farming is the rearing of domesticated birds including turkey, chicken and geese. So today we are going to look at chicken. We are going to meet a very young farmer who is going to tell us more about poultry farming. Stick around and make sure that you have subscribed, shared and commented below. I'll see you guys.
lazima niingie.
Kwa majina unaitwa nani na wewe ni mwenyeji wa huko?
Naitwa Karen Wangoi Karanja. Na huku ni home.
Okay.
Yes.
Naona hapa hivi uko na kuku wengi sana. So what made you decide to start poultry farming?
My mom ndo alianzisha hii yote and then I decided to follow into her footsteps.
Oh, okay. So maybe there's somebody out there who probably wants to know if you want to start a poultry business in Kenya, how much do you need, approximately how much, and what are some of the requirements?
For poultry farming, you have to wait for like 6 months ndio wamachua waanze kutoa mayai. So counting the 6 months and the feed and the chicks, approximate 100 something.
100,000. The poultry farming in Kenya. So we found that we see that poultry farming involves turkey, chicken and geese. What made you choose chicken over other birds?
Chicken has ready market. Anytime, anywhere, you find market for chicken.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So how much does one chicken go for?
For broilers, it's 700. Layers, you can sell it at, let me see, 500.
Oh.
Yeah, depending on the weight and the age.
Oh, and the age. So what's the gestation period for a chicken? For example, if you buy a chicken, how much is a chicken by the way?
90.
Oh, 90.
When it's a chick, you buy it at 90 bob.
Okay. So ukinunua at 90 bob, unangoja around what time do you equal like a full grown chicken?
For layers, you have to wait for 6 months. For broilers, you have to stay for like 6 weeks. 6 weeks, yeah. 6 weeks till it matures.
Oh, okay. Now, let's talk of the risk of having the business. So we normally know that kuna kwa gana ile the problem where chicken normally, I don't know, kusinzia ama nini. So how are you able to control maybe disease in terms of diseases, and probably you can even tell us about the temperature that is required for one to rear chicken?
If you notice that your chicken have any kind of sleeping ama coughing, what they usually cough.
Oh, they usually cough?
You can buy for them. There is coccidiosis, the disease, so you buy coccidiostat. Then there is guboro. That one tunanuanga nini? Okay, sikumbuki tunanuanga dawa gani, and then you also deworm them.
Oh, you
have to deworm them.
Okay. After how long do you deworm?
It depends on how they are faring. If they seem healthy and all that, maybe once in like 2 months.
All right. So maybe how can you spot maybe a chicken which is not in good health, maybe? And I understand that earlier on you told me that the sleeping sickness, I know you call it the sleeping sickness, is normally contagious. So maybe you can tell us how you're able to identify the sick chicken, maybe if it requires a lot of deworming, and how are you able to like control when a disease, maybe there's an outbreak of a disease among the chicken?
If you notice, you notice one when it isolates itself, it starts sleeping. When it's around the food, it's not eating the food.
Okay.
So to ensure the others are not affected, you're supposed to isolate because you do not know the disease already.
Okay.
You have to first you isolate it, and then you check the symptoms that the chicken has. You isolate it, you put it in quarantine. You buy the first medicine that you're advised to buy is for vitamins and for deworming.
Okay.
Those are the first you are supposed to buy. After you've given it and you check it for like 2 days and it's okay, you can return it to the other person. If not, and then you are forced to go to the agrovet and now look for antibiotics.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And kuna moja nimeona nasumbua sana hapa na pek wengine. So do you like how are you able to control that? Because you know that's a lot of damage. Maybe kama moja na nini. Do you like depeck, or what do you do in terms what ikikuja ni hivyo? Are there any risks in depecking?
The risk ni wounds on the chicken. So tunakata the beak kidogo tu. Just a small part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, ina ensure itakula zingine.
Okay. So guys, as you've heard, if you've noticed that maybe you are having you want to put you have poultry chicken and poultry farming, and notice that one is attacking the other, you can actually cut the peak of the beak, just like we do with animals, like we dehorn them in terms of not putting the others at risk. Okay. So now the manure, we know that chicken manure is one of the best that we have. Kuna ya mbuzi, kuna ya kuku, na tunajua kuku ni inakuwaga among is the best. So do you normally sell your manure, or do you just use it for domestic use?
We sell and we also use it for domestic purposes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much do you sell for?
Ngunia, it's like 500. But it depends on the size of the ngunia. If it's a 50 kg ngunia, it's 250. Yes.
Oh, okay. So guys, in a poultry farming, nothing goes to waste. Ni sijui kama feathers zinatumikaga for decoration, I don't know. But in poultry farming, we have seen that even the manure itself has money, and it's a good thing that if you want to start poultry farming, please consider some of the things that you have been told here. Okay, you have not told us about the temperature. Maybe like nikijenga, kama najenga nyumba yangu, ni temperature gani nafaa, with between what degrees to what degrees?
Room temperature is okay.
Okay.
But for these ones, the layers, around July, the cold season, they reduce the laying of eggs because of the weather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of reducing the time for laying the eggs, kuna time umeniambia kuna time kuku wanafikaga wanakosa ku lay eggs. So inakwaga like after how long?
Around 2 years.
Oh, around 2 years. So twende kwa mayai pia. Mayai ni how much per tray? Ukiuza like wholesale, unajua unauzia retailers, si ndio? So ukiuza tray moja unauza how much?
One tray ni 330 and then one egg ni 13 bob.
Oh, one egg is 13 bob. And kumbuka guys, saizi tunanunua mayai at 15 shillings na hiyo ni retail. So it's actually a good thing. So kuku wako ni around how many?
93.
93. And how many trays do you get per day?
2.
Oh, 2 trays. So every day unajua umeingiza at least more than 600 shillings for eggs. Wow. Okay, sasa na mtu akitaka unaitwa kulalishia mayai and then maybe the chicken wa hatch. So can you tell us a little bit more about maybe the eggs hatch? Do you like involve the kienyeji ama ni broilers? I'm not actually sure, but maybe you can tell our audience.
This type of chicken is naito Kenbro. Their eggs are not fertilized, so huwezi lalishia kuku.
Oh.
Ya kienyeji juu kuna jogoo, hiyo ndio unaweza lalishia kuku.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah, huwezi lalishia? Oh my goodness, my boy is my biology. Baby, so ushai consider kweka kienyeji ama like how can you compare hizi ni ziko next. Aya, tutaenda kuangalia baby kienyeji. So what's the difference? Maybe you can tell us. Unajua like kienyeji ndio inakuwa ina prefer it's a little bit more expensive, I'm pretty sure, even the egg. So maybe you can tell us more a little bit about kienyeji. Okay, on the other side maybe you can explain to people about the kienyeji na you know the difference between kulea kienyeji na broilers. So guys, as I've said, we are moving to the kienyeji kienyeji chicken, and remember that agriculture is the backbone of our country. I'll keep on reminding you guys, please consider doing agriculture because it is one of the major sectors that can give you a lot of money, and also the experience itself is great considering sisi Kenyans tunakuwa blessed na weather, we have the soil, we have the facilities. Please consider to venture in animal farming. So twende to kwa kienyeji. Yes, follow me guys. So guys, tumeshika two types of eggs. Hapa hivi kuna ya Kenbro na kuna ya kienyeji. Hii ya kienyeji, this one is more nutritious than this one. So maybe you can tell us what this one, you told me the wholesale price is 13 shillings. How much is this in the market wholesale?
50, it's 15 shillings.
Okay.
Yes.
So in terms of proteins and nutrition, maybe I don't know. This one is like double this one. Okay. And in the market, do people like which eggs are normally bought more than if you check the buying price, the demand for the customers? People would prefer the broilers, or I mean the Kenbro or the kienyeji ones, because there are people who maybe say that this one is a little bit higher, and maybe pia unaweza tuambia watu wakikula maybe kama hizi unafaa kula ngapi na hiyo unafaa kula ngapi, juu saa kuna watu wengine najua hapo anakulaga kama 5 hizi na maybe hapo huko nje na sijui kama audience wanakulaga hivyo. But maybe you can advise us maybe in terms of consuming.
For kienyeji, you can eat like only 2 because of the feeding. We give them sukuma wiki, food yao iko na more nutrients than hizi zingine na nini nyingine. Au wanaweza ruhusiwa kuwa free range. So they can also take the nutrients for themselves. People prefer buying Kenbro more than this, but kuna wale specific egg wanataka ni hii ndio wanaitisha wananunua.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu pia na pia cost, pia wanaangalia cost. Okay, so let's talk of the manure. Huku nyuma tuliona pia una grow sukuma. Is it, do you do, apart from poultry farming, pia do you using the manure for the chicken, do you maybe use to panda sukuma for sale, ama do you do any other type of farming outside here?
Sukuma napanda for subsistence, used to ya nyumbani tu. Hatuuzi.
Okay. And the outcome is good when you use the chicken manure.
Because we use it in this shamba, and we grow maize and beans.
Okay. Yeah. So tuelekee kwa broiler. Broilers are the ones which are used for meat, purely meat. So tunaelekea huko. So I hope you're enjoying the video guys, and I hope it's educative. So guys, I'm holding 2 different sized eggs here. There are eggs, there's one that's small, there's one that's big. Ukitaka kujua chicken wako karibu kutaga mayai ama wako ready kutaga mayai, they start laying this sized egg, then they go to this one, and then wakimaliza, as in saki kuita menopause, but wakimalizia kutaga mayai, this is the size that they lay. So we have this size and this size, so please take note of that. So we are headed to the broiler part of it, so I hope you enjoyed the video. So guys, so far tumeangalia tu kuku wawili. We have looked at kienyeji wenye wanatumika kwa nyama na mayai. That's where you involve a jogo, si ndio? Yes. Na nini na a female, isn't it? Alafu kuna Kenbro wenye purely wanakwaga wa mayai, na wakimaliza kutaga mayai wanaweza tumika kwa nyama, lakini sasa tuko kwa broilers. These ones are purely meat, and as you can look around, there are so many, and she's going to explain a little bit more about that. So tell us something about this chicken. So huyu bado ni 90 bob akiwa chick.
Wa 90 shillings standard. Okay. Lakini sahi bei inaendelea kuongezeka because haziko.
Oh, haziko? Okay, and I can see that there's a lot of food here around. Guys, this is the food that is normally given. So maybe you can explain the different type of food that you normally feed them, and maybe the market outside there.
Well, starting when they are 1 day old, you either feed it starter mash or starter crumbs for 2 weeks. Starter crumbs for 2 weeks. Then in week 3, you mix starter mash and finisher mash to move them to the next stage.
Okay.
In week 4 and 5, then you can choose either you're going to give them finisher mash only or finisher pellets.
Okay.
Then the last week you just feed them, ready them for the market.
Okay. Yes. So kuna kwaga na 3 stages naonaga inakwaga kuna kwa chicken growers and the layers, isn't it? Inaga the layers from the other side, isn't it? So hizi zinakwaga na hizo stages, zinakwaga maybe chicken inaenda kwa which stage ndio sasa ifike ile ya kwa broiler, ama hiyo katikati inaitwa goje?
Ini from chick inaenda direct
to direct. And umeniambia hii ina take how long kukua sasa that full grown chicken?
6 weeks.
6 weeks kama zile zingine za layers, I mean za nini za Kenbro.
But Kenbro ni 6 months. Hii ni 6 weeks, just 2 months.
Sorry guys, it's 6 weeks and 6 months. So this one it's more economical than the other one.
Yes.
Okay.
For after 6 weeks you can sell them.
Okay. Yeah. Na a full grown chicken inakwaga how many kgs approximately, and how much do you sell per kg?
It's around 2 point something, so let's say 2 kgs, and we sell 1 kg at 350. So a whole chicken is 700 bob.
Oh, wow. That's a big market. Okay, now we know that there is inflation in Kenya, and hii chakula najua natengenezwa na unga, si ndio? So na unga na mahindi. So how has the market really affected the amount that you are giving them, ama like imebidi pia level up kidogo? Ama ume raise nyamba nini the price of your chicken?
Imebidi raise the capital yenye umeweka kwa kuku, because huwezi reduce feed, hawata grow to the size yenye unataka. Na kwa market ukiuza ikiwa ndogo hautapata profit wewe mwenyewe kama farm.
Okay. And what are the risks involved in keeping this kind of chicken? Na nasikia kuna kwaga pia na heart attack. Yeah, these ones are actually very very vulnerable to heart attacks. Maybe you can explain something about that.
Broilers zinashtukanga haraka sana. So hadi sasa hii nikiweza amua nifunge ile gunia, utaona zote zimeshtuka.
Yeah.
So hiyo inaweza fanya zipate heart attack rahisi sana.
Okay.
And diseases pia zinapatanga si sana, but akukosangi zitakuwa gonjwa.
Okay. Yeah. Na okay, audience ajua kuna watu wataniuliza aje kuku inapata heart attack aje. So huyu kuku anakuga na mafuta mingi sana kwa mwili. So you know that one of the causes, one of the risks that is associated with heart attacks is a lot of fat in the body. So kama unaweka this type of chicken, make sure that you are a little bit careful. Ukifungua mlango usifungue na fujo na mateke. So please make sure that you have taken care of their hearts, because they are a little bit vulnerable. Okay, na wewe ushaipitia loss katika hii business?
Yeah, the greatest loss nilipitia ilikuwa like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks?
Yeah, ni hii lot. Tulikuwa tumechukua 400 of them. But one fine morning tukakuja tukapata 200 zimeenda.
Wow. Wow, I'm so sorry. How did it happen?
There was a malfunction kwa one of the automatic water dispensers. Ika flood maji huku. So because they were just 3-day-old chicks, hazikuweza kujisave. Tulikufa tu.
Oh, I am so sorry about that. Speaking of now water, how many times do you feed them with the water?
Twice a day. When they are like before zifike 5 weeks.
Okay.
Because zikiwa 5 weeks they drink a lot of water.
They drink a lot of water.
Yeah, but afu hiyo time hapa kuna kuwa na joto, hata huwezi kana fulana huko.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and the markets of the chicken, where do you get your chicken from?
We buy our chicks from Nakuru. We have, that is where we buy most of them. But of late there's a shortage of chicks, so we had to import these ones from Uganda.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Which part of Nakuru first of all?
I don't know. We just call and we get the chicks here.
Oh, they are delivered. Okay. And Uganda. So people can maybe get there's ready market for you from Uganda. Okay. So when you bought the chicken, was it like a different price from how you buy it in Kenya?
No, it was actually the same. We expected it to be lower. If we bought them from Nairobi, we'd have bought them at 85 bob.
Okay.
But since they were to come to Nyeri, they had to add the price.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something that I really want to ask you this. So are you in school?
No, I'm done with campus.
Okay. So how are you able to balance your maybe outside life, maybe work, maybe you have other jobs, and how are you able to balance like being here and being outside there?
The time for feeding the chicken is kind of standard. So we feed them in the morning and in the evening around 5:30. So in between those hours I can do anything I want.
Okay, so you have ample time when you're doing poultry farming. You can do your personal business and still you're able to keep your chicken. So it's very, very convenient. Nona mkwa wili nani kuja. Let's have this gentleman here. Amepotelea kamera sana. So there are 2 young people with there, guys, and this is very encouraging when it comes to the youth. Musisemi hakuna jobs huko nje. Look at these two. They are very, very young and they have taken their time to invest and like show people that out there it's very, very possible. So tuambie jina lako and probably how you have benefited from this poultry farming.
Yeah, so my name is Samuel Eric, and the way I've benefited from this is that the manure from the chicken, I incorporate it into the soil, and then napanda skuma.
Okay.
So hizo skuma, I have like some rabbits, so nachukua skuma na zipatia, and then I'll have to sell the rabbits after.
Oh, okay. Wow, can we see your rabbits? Maybe tunaweza enda, maybe tuone rabbits zake, and maybe he can tell us a little bit more about how he benefits from the rabbit farming. How much anauzaga moja, na tunajua venye nyamba ya sungura inakuwaga tamu pia. Kwa hivyo tuangalie that. Ayatende guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. Guys, as Sam has told us that he has also benefited from the poultry farming, that he uses the manure to grow skuma wiki, and which he in turn feeds his rabbits. So he's going to tell us just a little bit about the rabbits. Maybe I can see that they are of different colors, so maybe you can tell us a little bit. Are they distinguished by colors, breeds? Maybe you can explain to our audience.
Yeah, so the rabbits are distinguished by colors. So each breed has a different set of colors.
Yes.
So kuna like New Zealand white, which is white in color.
Yes.
There is chinchilla, which is brown. Flemish giant, which is black grayish.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are the breeds, but which you do not have. So
Oh, it's okay. So you decided to start a small scale. So how long does it take for a rabbit? Maybe do you call it the gestation period for a rabbit? How long does it take for it to bear children, and how many do you get from one?
So it takes between 28 to 31 days to bear like the
sunguras,
yeah.
the young sunguras.
Yes, and one rabbit may like from 1 to 6.
Oh,
yeah.
From 1. Wow, from 1 to 6.
Yeah.
And when you sell them, how much do you sell per rabbit, and how long does a rabbit take to become an adult?
We sell one for like 1,200.
Wow.
Kupanda. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that's a big market. So if one gives you 6, 1,200 times 6. That is if you feed them properly and they're healthy.
Yeah, it also depends with the mother if it's prolific.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it has the motherly ability to take care of the kids.
yes.
So how are you able to control that? For example, we see that some animals react to having kids; they kill them. So okay, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
The mothers, like if they don't have the mothering ability, they tend to kill the young
rabbits.
Yeah, the kindlings, and in turn, if you do not, let's say,
Take caution.
Yeah, if you do not take caution, the kindlings will all die. But there's no prevention, because if the mother can't handle the kindlings, see, they all die.
Okay, do they all die? Like, do you give them some type of milk, maybe where they can survive because of breastfeeding and all that? They all die
Because the mother, if atashinda kizikanyanga,
na hauwezi ziseclude.
ukishika itakataa kunyonyesha. You can't touch the kindlings for the first 10 days. So there's no way of helping.
Okay, so it gives birth and you just leave the do you call them the young rabbits to die. You can't like seclude them and maybe give them some special kind of care.
They need their mothers, so yeah.
Okay, I didn't know about that. So I see that you and Karen have decided to do white meat purely. So maybe what's this thing about white meat to red? Why did you prefer white meat to red meat?
Price.
Okay.
Yeah, it's much costly. You get more profit from white meat than red meat.
Okay, maybe Karen can come here and maybe she can tell us a little bit more about that. So he has talked of price, and maybe Karen can also tell us a little bit more about the health wise. Can you compare white meat to red meat? We know that there's that special group of people who don't take red meat, they only take white meat. So did you also consider that while considering to have white meat as your thing?
For me, I checked the market gaps in the ready market available.
Okay.
For white meat, it's easier to get market, and you can start with small scale, and you get your small market somewhere. Red meat, maybe I might have like 2 goats somewhere, and I might not have the place to take them. So I keep them, I keep feeding them. Nakosa kwa kuuza.
Okay.
So mimi ndo ndaendelea tu kupata cost ya kuzipea food.
Alafu pia story na kuseme kuzaa au wako faster kuliko red meat. Tuseme kama ni mbuzi, ng'ombe wana take time, lakini hao wana take a short time. So thank you guys, and maybe a part in short, maybe munaweza taka ku advise aje watu, especially the youth who want to venture into farming. How can you encourage them in terms of farming? What can you tell them?
If you have the passion to try farming, jaribu tu. Usione ati juu watu wengine wanajiweka class ingine fulani ati they don't want to do farming. You do you.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, there's that belief that tunaambiwa go in high school ati ukipewa punishment ya sijui kwenda kuosha rabbits, sijui kufanya nini those kind of punishment that you are given na unafikiria ni punishment. Probably it's a leeway for you to love agriculture. So tell them something about you being a young person and you have decided to venture into farming.
What I'd like to say is that farming is as you said, in Kenya it's like the
backbone.
It's the backbone of the economy, right? So it's profitable to everyone, and maybe due to jobs, like job opportunities are not like
available.
Yeah. So maybe they can venture into agriculture. Yeah,
and it's also fulfilling, yeah? Okay, so watu wenye wako high school, wenye wako college, wherever, you just go and learn a little bit of agriculture. There's so much, it's very, very fulfilling. And I'll keep on encouraging you to please venture into agriculture. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope that you are going to expand and that we are going to have more and more people venturing into this field, and I hope that our audience there are also getting encouraged to venture into different kinds of fields. So thank you so much guys for watching. Make sure that you have shared, you have commented, you have subscribed, and look forward to more and more videos. Thank you. See you on the next one.